Macau sky. Blue and white murals catching every passerby. George Chinnery, blue and white, whisking me away on a watercolor flight. Oh, 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 Macau, ooh, 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 wow. George Chinnery in white and blue, Travessa to Meio I'm walking through. Walking under the Macau sky. Blue and white murals stop every passerby. George Chinnery, blue and white, whisking me away on a watercolor flight. Oh, 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 Macau, ooh, 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 wow. George Chinnery in white and blue, Travessa to Meio I'm walking through. Walking under the Macau sky. Blue and white murals stop every passerby. George Chinnery, blue and white, whisking me away on a watercolor flight. Oh, 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 Macau, ooh, 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 wow. George Chinnery in white and blue, Travessa to Meio I'm walking through. Walking through, walking through. Walking through, walking through. Whoa, 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 walking through. Walking through, walking through. Shades of blue, stories old and new. White waves crashing in every morning dew. On this little street, art comes alive. Walking down Travessa to Meio, feeling so revived. Oh, 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 Macau, ooh, 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 wow. George Chinnery in white and blue, Travessa to Meio I'm walking through.
Okay, we're going to be filming this little street here, and you can see all these murals, so we're going to be focusing on those murals, showing you what those are all about. And we have a lot of historic stuff in this area. This is Say Lane right here, and then we also have Say Cathedral up there, and we're going to start out at this mural right here and walk on down. So stay tuned and we'll show off this little street in alley in Macau. Meio Street, well, kind of the middle street. That's the name in Portuguese, and it's kind of like something connected to a temple in Chinese. But actually what I'm going to be focusing on in this particular one is all of the murals, the George Chinnery murals. I'm going to put some pictures of him behind me. You saw the map, so you can see exactly where we're at in this particular street. And then I also created some lyrics for it too. So you'll see the music and the lyrics coming as well. And so I put the snippets in the front, and then we're gonna do the walk and talk next. So yeah, lots of stuff with George Chinnery, and let's just get right into it, show you what the street looks like. All right, another slice of Macau for you. Travessa de Meio. So the cool thing about this today is that this street that we're on actually has nobody sitting on it where we can look at all the murals properly. So this mural all the way down that wall, usually there's people on all the benches, and hopefully it stays where it's not like that. But we're gonna check out some of this artwork, and I think what I want to do is get right into it before somebody comes. And so this old one, image of an old watercoloring from 1835, and it's from George Chinnery, and he created these watercolors and created images of what Macau looked like back at the 1800s. And he was actually pretty interesting because he would sell his artwork to Europe, and then that kind of created a lot of interest because it was before the cameras, right? So people didn't really see what Macau i.e. China, look like, Asia in general. This is just around the corner, outside Sao Domingo Street. And then this one right here looks like it's at, oh okay, Praia Grande, yeah. Praia Grande, it's at San Francisco's church, South Francisco. So you have all these really beautiful murals. So he created a lot of interest in schools of watercolorists coming to Macau in particular, and they would study with him and see how he would capture the images, and then they could create their own images and bring it back to Europe. We'll just kind of walk. So this whole street has some of his artwork. This one is a Chinese trunk from 1837. So George Chinnery was 75 years, lived here, 1774 to, or he was born in 1774. He lived most of his adult life here. And he was actually British. Here's, looks like a Mother Mary statue right there. So now we have a nice image of Meio Street. Then this one would go all the way down to Sao Domingo's, St. Dominic's. And what we're gonna do from here is we're gonna go up, because there's more murals that are not his work, but I want to capture that as well. So these ones are different era, different artists, but they have the same look to them. And as you can guess, these are for workers. So they have a different era. You even have buses and cars in this era too, right? But they made the designs. I think they made these afterwards, but they had the George Chinnery murals around the corner for quite some time. And then I think, I don't know when these came about, but they fit into that same landscape. And then this one has all of the, not all of them, but it has some of the major, Guayin, Peña Church, Sao Paulo Church. I think this one is St. Anthony, I think. That's Gia Hill. Oh, this is Say. This is right around the corner. So that's Say. That's the Technological Science Center. So that Say one is right over here. So I'm going to show you that Say one in a second. I don't know how important it is to see it, but part of the image that they had was the yellow one in the background, which is the bishop's house, and then the yellow one right here, which is Say Cathedral. And we are going to walk back down. We're going to go back into Meio Street. And yeah, again, I almost never see Meio where it's not filled with people. And this whole street, so we have the Say Cathedral area up the hill, and then down the hill we have St. Dominic's. So let me come around like that. So that's our target street right there. So Meio, Travessa de Meio, sorry. Right there. And we're going to keep on walking down, and I'm going to capture, I'm going to put this street into context. And the best way to put it into context is by going all the way down to St. Dominic's. So this street right here is Beef Au Pau. So that one, there's one and then two. So there's at least 2 Beef Au Pau restaurants. There's 3 right there. And then you have this, this is from a Chinese merchant who is famous historically. So this, like, back, there's pork chop buns. So 2 Beef Au Pau, 2 pork chop buns, another Beef Au Pau, there's 3. This one is something different. Oh, there's beef pao right there. Curry beef masala. It's beef pao is the beef intestines. And then this one has the pork chops. So you see, like, there's like 3 pork chop bun restaurants, and I think 4 or 5 beef pao. So this street is kind of known as a food street for those types of street food in particular. And now we're just kind of meandering a little bit. This is kind of known because of the glass structure that's so we're gonna come to an ending because Meio is our target street. Before we end, we're just gonna come over here and just show you that's St. Dominic's Church down that way, and up here would be Sao Paulo, St. Paul's Church, Sao Paulo. Hello. Hello. Okay, so let me just kind of come around here.
Oh no!
I want to capture some of this architecture right here. This is St. Dominic's. So St. Dominic's is that big yellow one all the way down that way. So that one right there is St. Dominic's. Okay, hello. And then we're going to follow back to Meio. And so Meio was that one. You can kind of see it way in the distance there. You just kind of walk that way a little bit. Get some nice murals. And so Meio is right up that way. And with that note, we're going to end our video. So maybe something interesting about Macau.
Skin me away on a watercolor flight. Oh, 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 Macau. Ooh, 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 wow. George Chinnery in white and blue. Travessa